Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning into the North Main Minute. I'm Joshua Dobi. I'm going to bring up a word here that I know if you watch any markets at all, if you're an investor, you've at least heard about it. You probably have heard about it quite a bit. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about cryptocurrency, and specifically I'm looking at Bitcoin, and specifically because Bitcoin is now offered through some securitized assets in exchange traded funds. So I'm looking at Van Eck, I'm looking at Wisdom Tree, I'm looking at Fidelity. So I'm talking about it in the context of those exchange traded funds, which I'm required to do due to the licenses that I have. But I want to talk about it and specifically as it relates to the price of Bitcoin, BTC, and specifically that Bitcoin has hit an all-time high. And I want to raise a couple of things, because when it gets to an all-time high, you can see me grinning here on the video. You know what I'm going to be talking about, at least at some point here, relative to it hitting an all-time high. But let's talk about it. 125,000 or so US dollars attributable to one Bitcoin at this point, all-time high. So what does it mean? Well, in and of itself, all that it means is it's an all-time high. What does that mean in terms of what comes next? Well, you don't have to look too far into Bitcoin's history to understand that it doesn't mean a whole lot at this point. Meaning it may go higher, it may go lower, it may stay the same for a little while, or some combination of all of those things. So that's the first point. Don't make assumptions. Don't think in straight lines with regards to the price of Bitcoin, or any other cryptocurrency, or frankly, any stock or bond or commodity or cash equivalency of investment. Never make an assumption about what's going to come next unnaturally just based upon its most immediate history. That's first. Second big thing, as I mentioned to you, and that's really the context that I'm sharing this here, there are a number of different ways to own and to be exposed to the price of Bitcoin. You obviously can buy it directly. That's not something that we do here. That's something that you do on your own, because we are not licensed relative to the purchase of Bitcoin directly, but through those exchange traded funds that I noted about. That is something that advisors who are licensed, as we are at North Main Financial Group, can talk about. And for those that are approved and trade on the market, those are the kinds of things that we can discuss about the investment aspect of things. I'm really raising it, not of course to offer a recommendation of any kind to anybody for any reason, but to know that there are different ways to be exposed to the price of Bitcoin, especially with what we're talking about here. Third big item, and you know, I'm going to talk about it just relative to what I was grinning about here a few seconds ago. Please, as with any investment, be cautious. Don't assume, I'm seeing a lot of this out there right now, especially in social media, that because we've had this uptick in Bitcoin here pricing over the last several months, that it's automatically going to go from where it is right now to this parabolic move in the future in a straight line. Folks, it doesn't work that way. You don't have to believe me. Take a look at the price of it. Look at how it's moved, even in the short time that it's become a more prevalent asset for folks to own. Very, very important that you keep that in mind. Does that mean it won't happen? Does that mean it won't go higher from where it is right now? No, I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is be cautious. No investable asset over any extended duration moves in a straight line. I'll say it again. No investable asset over an extended duration ever moves in a straight line. Just doesn't happen. I mean, that's what makes a market, right? Peaks and valleys and a whole lot of time in between those two extreme points. So make sure if you're taking a look at it, if you're looking to add money or add more to it, if you already are an investor, make sure you're doing so for the right reasons. Make sure you're doing so prudently. If you'd like to reach out to us, talk about what does cryptocurrency mean? What is Bitcoin specifically? What are the investment vehicles that folks like us at North Main Financial Group are able to offer and to think about? What does it mean? Is it appropriate for me in my portfolio? Love to chat with you. NorthMainFinancial.com.